Um, hey guys, this will be my first recording. I'm giving a trade breakdown as to my model, my strategy, um, which I recently developed. I think November. You can check my Instagram page. The name of the strategy is ALX. ALX. That's the name of the strat. So yeah, this was the trade I took on I took it on the 12th of December. That's on Friday. On Friday, it was a London session trade which played out well. So I will be giving the breakdown as to how I was able to get this. So yeah, let's go on to trading view. So this is where I work. So I'm not about to go all in all about how the strategy works. I just want to show you that it does work. So yeah, so the trade was on Bitcoin. I saw that on the daily time frame, price already reached onto a key level, which is here. This key level is what I like to identify as a storyline. Normally, I use the daily key level to take my trades, but today I decided to do something different. I know it works, which is why I used it. So knowing fully well that price already touched this daily key level and this day already respected this key level, I then went into the 4-hour time frame, which is right here, and you could use a daily key level, and you could also use a 4-hour key level, but daily is much more safer. So yeah, it has more higher probability or higher win rates, I would add to it. So yeah, so moving forward, this is the 4-hour level. This was the key level that 4-hour reached into, and as you can see, this candle here reached into this 4-hour key level and price rejected from it. So what I basically do is I look for a time frame alignment as to how I trade. I go from there's an hierarchy of time frames I normally use. So in this 4-hour, as price rejected it, I went into the 1-hour. But if price was rejecting from the daily, I normally go into the 4-hour. So yeah, so as price rejected this key level right here, I now went into the 1-hour, and that's correct, the 1-hour. Then as I went into the 1-hour, I look for a break of a key level. Like I said, I'm not really going into the details. It might be really hard to understand, but I just want to show you that it works. So price touched the 4-hour key level, which is right here, and these two, as you can see, this key level, you see that it's a bullish and a bearish candle, and you can see this is also a bearish and bullish candle. This key level right here is for sales, this is for buys, but price breaking the key level for buys already gave me a more what do I call it, a more stronger bias, bearish bias, yeah, as to what I wanted to do. So normally, if I was trading from a daily, I would target, if I was trading from a daily and I broke down into a 4-hour time frame, I would target another 4-hour level. But since I was trading from a 4-hour level, I would normally target from a 1-hour key level to another 1-hour key level. So at the start of the trade, I was aiming for here. Sorry, let me get that right. I was aiming for this zone. This is where I was aiming for originally at the start of the trade, and London session starts in my timeline, West African timeline. I think it starts by 8 7 thereabout. So basically, when price is in this zone, this is a break of structure, but I like to call it a key level. That's the term I like to use because it makes it way more simpler for me. So price being in this key level, KYL key level, yeah. So price being in this key level, I always come into this zone, right, and I look for SMT. That's smart money divergence, whatever you call it. I also call it a CIC. That's a cracking correlation between two pairs, and the two pairs that are well correlated together between Bitcoin, with Bitcoin I mean, is Ethereum. So there was an SMT here, if I can remember. Yeah, there was an SMT here between, I call it CIC, that's in cracking correlation. So there was a CIC here between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Let me check that for you. So this is December 3 o'clock. As you can check, this high was taken out in Ethereum, I think. So let me do that. So yeah, this high was taken out. So let me bring that. As you can see, it is very tiny, but to the keenest of eyes, you can notice that by 3 p.m. 12th of December, this place is a high in Bitcoin. So it was taken out. So that makes it a crack in correlation, which is giving it the reversal for price to sell. That's what it does. That's what SMT is for. And it also shows pairs, which one is stronger or weaker. So normally I was targeting this zone right here, but I ended up closing earlier, and I'll explain why. So after the CIC, that's cracking correlation, or SMT, I go to the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, that's what I do. I go on to the 5-minute time frame. Yes, this is my trade. I hope you guys will be able to remember the image I showed you earlier. So this is an order block right here. This is an order block right here, which I normally entered from order blocks. I entered from IVGs, I entered from fair value gaps. So that's what I use. What's wrong with this system? So that's what I use. So this was an order block. It was a clear confluence of mine I used. Then I always put my stop at the high. I always put my stop loss at the last high of my CIC. I'm coming. Something's wrong with my laptop. Okay then. Okay, I got it. Then my stop is always here. My stop is always here. I forgot to do the settings for this, but yeah, you get the point. So my stop loss is always here, and I think I won a 4.5. Yeah, this was why I exited off the trade, and I will tell you why. Normally I target this place, which is a 1-hour key level, but while I was checking the time frame, analysis, I noticed that on the 4 hour time frame, oh shit. Okay, where was I? Coming, guys, something is happening. Okay, yeah, here we go. I noticed that on the 4 hour time frame, a new key level was forming, and it's better to be safe than sorry. As you can see, this was where the new key level was. That was where it was. As you can see, so I had to be considerate and not be greedy, because price reacted off that key level and still went back to my initial entry. Then it sold off and it was respecting my bias, but just to be safe, I had to do that. So for me, if I see a trade like that, that's what I will do over and over and over again. So as you can see, this was the key level as to where price, the 4 hour key level, formed. So I told myself, in this reversal right here, if price was to come down here, I would exit off the trade, and it paid off for me, because as price touched this zone, it did go down, then it went to my entry, and it went to my entry again at least twice before it's finally sold off. So yeah, that was the trade breakdown. This is one of my videos. It's a raw video, it's not edited or anything. I'm going to be posting it as it is. Don't mind if there's any errors, you guys can land it in the comment section. So subscriptions, likes, hits, any comment we do, anyone is fine. So but yeah, the name of the strategy is sorry guys. So name of the strategy is ALX. Then M stands for model, but the name of the strategy is ALX. So ALX, let me make it bigger, way bigger. Yeah, this is the strategy name. So thank you for tuning in, and yeah, like I said, I wasn't giving much details as to how I trade it, just giving the full trade breakdown. So if you can remember, this is the trade. So let me go back to the image. As you can see, yeah, the risk to reward charts were a bit different. I would work with that later. So this was the execution. See where I exited it from, and this was where I entered from. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I will try my best to do more uploads like this. So